All right, so in case you're coming in cold from the For You page, you've probably heard me talk about Shasta County Supervisor Patrick Jones. He is an absolute, total piece of crap. He's bigoted, he is a MAGA person, and he is basically trying to destroy our county. And I've been showcasing his destruction of our county for the last, 3 years. So Patrick is the proprietor of a local gun shop called Jones Fort. And I, for the first time, and I don't know how I never did this before, but I finally went online and checked the Yelp reviews of Jones Fort. And this video is going to be me reading the Yelp reviews of Jones Fort. All right, buckle up. So this is from a Dan M. He says, over the last, by the way, this is a 1-star review. Over the last 25 years, I have purchased over $5,000 in guns, ammo, and supplies from Jones Fort. Prices were never the best, but they usually had what I needed for an exact need. Even though I would describe myself as a good customer, the pleasant but busy guy who buys with no tire kicking, the owners, especially Patrick, would rudely make me wait and wait while they pontificated with all sorts of people about the government, local politics, or some sort of imagined danger and how to defend against it. Obviously, they had spent their entire lives behind the counter of their little store and never actually used a weapon in real life and death situations. As a gainfully employed customer, I couldn't wait all day, so more and more I made purchases elsewhere. He goes on to say, Patrick shining me on about prepaid parts that didn't arrive for many months was irritating, but lies about having not sold a competition H&K I had on consignment was the final straw. After a couple of months of lies on the phone, I found the gun had been sold. After waiting and him avoiding me when I came in, he claimed, "You can't expect me to have that kind of money to pay you now." What? Someone had paid him weeks ago, but he can't pay me? The help is rude, service is slow. To top it off, last week he openly backed up a local white supremacist who called a local black veteran the N-word publicly and then kicked the veteran out. That was me. The day after Veterans Day, it's on video. Stick me with a fork, I am done. There are lots of better gun shops in town now. I will never step foot in Jones Fort again. And that's just the first one. Larry G, 1-star review, says, I was just looking for a .357 Magnum revolver, not to have to listen to Patrick's extremist political views to another customer in the store. Nick G, 1-star review, says, I went in to make a purchase, not to listen to the hate-filled politics of the dude who works there. BDS, 1-star review, says, Patrick Jones, the owner, permitted and defended the use of hate speech, the N-word, in front of an African-American veteran, then chastised the veteran for protesting verbally to what has been clearly defined as hate speech. If Patrick is the kind of ignorant, misguided, poorly informed, intellectually bankrupt small-town fascist that you want to patronize, you'll be in good hands. And then they link an article to SF-Gate regarding Patrick Jones allowing the usage of the N-word. Ben W, 1-star review. I visited the store and someone named Patrick Jones was behind the counter condoning racism and spouting conspiracy theories about the election rather than providing any service. He was too busy being a delusional racist to offer customer service, so I left. Very unhelpful. Also, the store smelled like cat pee. By the way, Patrick Jones smells fucking terrible. I've been close to him. It's not good. Rob L, 1-star review. The owner is a traitor and a danger to the citizens of Shasta. He has crazy anti-democracy beliefs and cannot accept that Trump lost. He terminated the health officer of Shasta and left the post vacant. He is a puppet of Anselmo and on the side of corporatocracy. MG, 1-star review. Have visited several times and have found the staff rude and unwilling to answer questions. Stopped in to purchase my first firearm. Had loads of questions being a novice. I left and went to a much more friendly shop and purchased a pistol. Skipped this place. Many other courteous and pleasant gun shops to deal with in Reading. Chris D, 1-star review. The staff at Jones Fort are rude and condescending. I like to shop local businesses, but I will never walk through their door again. They treated me like I was from another planet. Oh, I wonder if you were brown. It's funny how local businesses complain about big box stores coming in and taking most of their business, and then they treat potentially new customers with contempt. Sad. Not all new customers, buddy. Not all new customers. David C, 1-star review. Without question, the worst service ever. The man at the counter was rude and condescending. I had never heard this before. Never again will I set foot in their store. TS, 1-star review. Took Marlin lever gun in for a screw replacement on Friday. Was told by Patrick it could get done on Monday. I called back late Monday. Was told middle of the week. I went in late Wednesday. Was told by Patrick they didn't have the screw and would have to order it. The following Monday, I still had not heard from them. I called and was told by Marshall that he couldn't get the screw, so I went in to retrieve my gun and they could not repair in 10 days. Upon picking it up, I found that they had bent the front sight and dinged the pivot screw on the lever. What chuckleheads. Took gun to Bastiani Arms. See that review. This, plus the fact that their prices are way higher for everything than the other gun shops in town. I will not do business with Jones Fort anymore. Solid choice. John B., 1-star review. I've stopped at this place now for the final time. I've been here 3 times now to make a purchase, but didn't even receive acknowledgement from anyone behind the gun counter. After waiting about 30 minutes to look and probably purchase a shotgun, I assumed that I would be the next customer. Wrong. You know what they say about assume? It makes an ass out of you and me. Should have made the obvious decision after the second stop here. Bastiani Arms is the polar opposite of this place. Acknowledgement that they will be with you soon. If they're busy, will order your gun if they don't have it and are glad to see you again, even if it's been a while. Miranda N., 1-star review. If you really hate animals and you love killing them, this is the place for you. I went in for pepper spray. Go to a sporting goods store for this and you will not be assaulted with a picture at the cash register of a slaughtered elephant flanked by its proud killers. And don't miss the elephant footstool right there in front. It will really turn your stomach. I expected the usual trophies on the wall, but the elephant thing was really horrendous. What kind of people are into this? The worst kind. The kind that make the world such a brutal and violent place. You could not be more right, Miranda. AJD, 1-star review. Jones Fort will lie about the gun laws and they automatically think you know nothing about firearms. They were all asses. Go to Old West. They treat you good and have the information you need. I agree with that. Brian W., 1-star review. I usually do not take the time to write reviews, but I think I will take some time for this one. My dad bought me a rifle from these guys for Christmas, and I went in the following day to get help with a few questions I had. Not only did I not feel welcome in there at all, it was difficult to get help even when there were guys standing around behind the counter. The answers they gave me were knowledgeable, but were short and to the point without any feeling of wanting to be of help. Just that I was a nuisance. My gun may be from there, but it doesn't mean I need to go back. Ryan H., 2-star review. Huh! Look at you go, Patrick. The guys in there aren't very familiar with the laws. They gave me wrong information. Oh, he probably tried to click 1. He gave you an extra star on accident. That's what that probably was. Matt G., 1-star review. Very rude. I don't know if the gunsmith just got out of school, but the work is not clean. The prices are not the highest in town, but Old West and Bastiani Arms are lower. I won't be going back. It's an old store that has never been updated over the years and smells like it. Another comment about the smell. You know, that smell is coming from Patrick himself. I just want everyone to know that. Lee H., 1-star review, and this is the first review they've ever received. The owner of this place is an absolute ass. They are overpriced anyway. If you are looking for guns at Reading, try Old West or Nice Shot. Both have good prices and knowledgeable, friendly staff. And that was his very first Yelp review ever. 11/21/2010. So that was the very first review, but there's still more. Ralph K., 1-star. I would not recommend Jones Fort. I took an 1891-1892 Winchester lever action in to have it safely checked and cleaned. According to the manager, they spent 4 hours cleaning it and test firing it. When I checked it, it did not look like it had ever been cleaned and was told it was because the barrel was pitted and I would never get it clean. I wish I could post a photo to show what I got out of the barrel. What I got was not just a small amount of black residue or rust. I now need to find a new gunsmith and have it redone because I am not even sure they test fired it. I will never buy anything from them ever. Miguel M., 1-star. I have been in Jones Fort twice looking at air rifles. Not knowing much about them, I was hoping that someone could answer a few questions. A young man behind the counter acted as if I were a nuisance and was very unhelpful and rude and arrogant. I went back in about a year later, hoping for better results, but I ended up dealing with the same kid again, as everyone else was either on the phone or talking to other customers. Same routine. He showed me one rifle, and when I asked questions about it, he just stared at the window looking put out. When I asked him if he had any other models, he said that he could order something, but then said that this was a gun shop, insinuating that if I wanted a toy, I should go elsewhere. I am actually in the market for another real gun, but I would never buy from them. I prefer to buy from businesses that are local, and it is very rare that I leave a business feeling frustrated and angry, but this has been my experience twice. So, there you have it. That has nothing to do with politics. Yeah, there's a couple politically oriented reviews, but the majority of those are just Patrick Jones' customers. How he's been treating his customers for years is a spot-on reflection of how he treats his position as Shasta County Supervisor. He does not give a shit about anyone but himself. And I urge you all, go to Yelp, read these reviews yourself. I didn't make these up. I didn't tell anyone to do this. People had these experiences legitimately with this business, and this is what they said about it. If Patrick Jones can't operate a private business successfully without getting these type of reviews, why the fuck is he one of the 3 guys in this county with the most power? Maybe people need to start realizing that it's time to stop voting for pieces of shit like Patrick Jones. And as several of these reviewers said, if you want to buy firearms and ammunition, go to Old West. Don't even set foot in what is clearly this stinky ass business called Jones Fort.